was dark, dark, dark. In a big, big park, I felt like a king upon the throne. Me and Imelda lying alone. When I heard her talk and a creeping walk, as I look around frightfully, we were lying in the center of a cemetery. You talk about rat, I nearly break me head. The living running from the dead. A ghost say, don't run me lad. Come let we play a game of card. Well, it's now a running in truth. Me put stick in a mango root. I fall along inside the tomb. I get up with a zoom, zoom, zoom. What had me sad and really mad, I was just about to start a little romance with me sweetheart. I kissed her twice, just feeling nice, when a voice said, Mister, you brave to be bringing your girlfriend on top me grave. You talk about run, and nearly bust me head. The living running from the dead. I go say, don't run me lad. Come let we play a game of card. Well, it's now a running in truth. They put stick in a mango root. I fall along inside that tomb. I get up with a zoom, zoom, zoom. The scream I make, I show the whole world shake. I'm now in big trouble. This time I see the devil. I see a tall white horse on top of a big black cross. As I ball out, oh God, my dead. The horse say, kids, come go to bed. You talk about run, I nearly bust me head. The living running from the dead. I go say, don't run me lad. And let we play a game of card. Well, it's now running in truth. They put stick in a mango root. I fall along inside a tomb. I get up with a zoom, zoom, zoom. As I reach the street, a tall gentleman I meet. I was feeling so happy to tell him my fright in the cemetery. He said, I can understand, you're a wild young man, but still you not to be blamed. When I was alive, I was just the same. You talk about run, I nearly bust me head. The living running from the dead. I go say, don't run me lad. Come let me play a game of card. Well, it's now a running in truth. They put stick in a mango root. I fall along inside a tomb. I get up with a zoom, zoom, zoom.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Tobago. Good evening, Trinidad. Good evening, the diaspora. Welcome to Live with JB, sponsored by Catchwave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago Foundation. Although don't know, this evening is all about Ahwee Bago Golden Heroes. Yesterday, today, and forever. So welcome into season 3, episode 14. Let's see how we climbing that ladder there. So how we climbing the ladder this evening? It is my privilege to pause for a cause just to acknowledge our regular viewers and our new viewers as well for Live with JB. Miss Selma Lashley, big up yourself. Good evening, Miss Diane Charles. I see you reach first. So I want to say a special good evening and thank you to all the continued viewers, all the love and support. Thank you. So Uncle Fred Thornhill, big up yourself all the way in Canada. Special good evening to you. Miss Cheryl Cleghorn, Miss Sharon Cleghorn, Miss Bago Jojo, away there. Big up to the Dinoons and the Moors. Akisha Kent, Haley Pamponet, Miss Julia Matthews, Miss Paul Samuel. Hello, Miss Diane Charles, Mr. Wizard of Oz, Mr. Wayne, Miss Patsy Davis, Kelvin Morris, Patsy Edwards. Hello, I'm calling out all of them by names because it's every week. All of us tune in. If all of them watch it, what is happening, all of us go and watch it after. And I appreciate the continued love and support. Randy Boxer, big up your whole self. Miss Karen Davis, Miss Anella Alexander, Miss Donna Springer, Miss Andrea Innes, better known as Miss Elliott, Daniel Wilson, Preston Trim, Emmanuel Morris, Chantel Williams, Alana Allen, Maria Lyons, Miss Anna Jules, Mommy Joanne Taylor. Yeah, calling all about the whole government name too. All of deserve the big up. Miss Selma Lashley is always on as well. Big up to the Eastman family, Mr. Samuel Eastman, Katie Eastman, Afia Carrington. Woo, where are they, Afia? Where are they this evening? Kanique Joseph, Brian Thomas, Bernice Martin. Hello, I'm seeing Tessa. Where is Tessa? Tessa, run out yourself for me this evening. Rhonda Melville, Donna LaRoche. Hello, where all in all your day rock and come in. I cannot stop saying how much I appreciate the continued love and support. Yes, I don't see Katie Eastman McKenzie on the ball this week. She's not sticking at all. So, as earlier known, as already could see, we opened the show this evening with one of our great legends in Trinidad and Tobago who celebrated his birthday this week. Well, this month, the 18th of April. You understand? This is one of our national icon, Lord Krishna, right? So, on behalf of the Pride of Tobago Foundation, Catch Wave Solutions, hello, we salute you for your contribution to calypso and culture in Trinidad and Tobago over the years, and a happy 100th birthday. What? Oh, what? What? Happy 100th birthday. Sorry, my directors. So we just recognizing basically all that he has done. Trust me, you can't forget them. Living with them, we have to remember. You understand the legacy they leave and the legacy that they are leaving with us for today. So recognition is important. So may you continue to rest in peace, Lord Krishna. Right? Yeah, of course. I see my Uncle Fred. Long time. Uncle Fred, I must say to you, I miss you last week. Ooh, look, Risa Haywood, special good evening to you. To big they go Martin West constituency. Big up your whole self. Nice man. They go Martin in the house from Trinidad. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about, man. I need some of my peeps in the diaspora, right? I see Miss Sharon reach. All you call Miss Jojo and tell Miss Jojo JB is looking for her. All you don't know, every week I say and I say over and over. This episode going to take us where the air is red and will never disappoint all you yet. You understand? This even live with JB going to be, listen, the show of the century. Listen, they're going to definitely take me down to the history, into the historical archives, yeah, of Trinidad and Tobago. Brilliance from four of the most accomplished, knowledgeable Tobagonians of the time. And listen, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not exaggerating. Last week, we chilled with the big boys. We run out, we say, oh, we out to the big boys. But you see, this week, we out to the bigger boys. You understand? We out to the bigger boys. It's Ahwee Bago golden heroes. Yesterday, today, and forever. So we come out bigger this week here. We ain't playing at all. So I want everybody to share the life. I want the life to start to build. Because this is one life here. We can't afford for anybody to miss it. You understand? So the persons who give me at least 6 shares and more go win a very special Live with JB gift. You understand? Because this show, listen, it can't be missed. But not by anybody, especially in Tobago, who even have the slightest connection to Tobago. You can't miss this show. So share up the live, and the person with 6 shares and more will definitely win themselves a very special Live with JB gift. Next week, the winner will be announced, because I don't know, all your girl going and check it out. So men are playing. So let's start to share up the live, man. I love when I see names like Risa here, what pop in, man. Yeah. Rakan come in. Share up the live, let the rest come in. Yeah, last week we chilled with the big boys earlier. How will they enjoy it? Today is the biggest wee boys. Yeah. Yeah. So let me go into safety message before we kick off the show this evening. Earlier, no school open back. Party open back. Lyman open back. There's no more limits in these places. Young people, old people, medium people, every people who have the capabilities of going out, liming, please sanitize, wear your mask, watch your distance, and do like me. When I find an environment is getting too crowded, I gone. Or they're coming back in like when everybody having a good time. They know where you go. Hello, I'm coming back and I gone. I bust out. There's no more safe zone in Trinidad or Tobago. So I want you all to be very, very protective of the elderlies and those with medical condition that lives in our household. Now that the children are going in and coming out, you all see what's going on since school open back is a set of fighting taking place with these school children. You understand? So we're not seeing any social distance taking place at all. So we have to protect our elders, our parents. Yeah, especially those with medical conditions. So people, let us be very, very careful, please. And after Easter, I want to show you something. Let's see the spike that's taking place. Let me show it to you all. This is the cases, new positive cases in Trinidad and Tobago. We had, this is today, 508 new cases. Now, I want to show all the yesterday report. Watch it here. 802. Total active cases, look at there. Y'all seeing it? 8,148 active cases in Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm urging each and every one of you all, and I know all the playing my video in our household. I want all the children outside here me too. Hello, protect mommy, protect daddy. Stay home if you have to stay home. You understand? Even though when you go out, be very conscious of what you're doing. Wash your hand, wear your mask, social distance, and go and get vaccinated from me. Please do whatever it takes to take good care of yourself and the elders in your family. So we're sticking this evening. We're going on rock and coming into reveal number one. Are they ready for reveal number one? All right, Selma said check she first. She shared more than 6 times. Well, I want other people to get competition and I'm Miss Selma. So Miss Maria, Miss Jojo Rich. You understand? Risa Harewood. Hello, all my Tobagonians. Oh, okay. I missed the comment where Miss Selma said her mommy, Miss Selma Lashley said her mommy turned 90 on Tuesday. What? Miss Selma had to come and check your mommy. I wonder if she got some Tobago dialect and tan saying and thing from my boy. I feel like to come and check your mommy. Organize yourself. WhatsApp me. Come in and check your mommy. You understand? But a special happy birthday to her, and I hope we all do hope and pray that she continue to age gracefully and beautifully, just as her daughter. You understand? So happy birthday to Mrs. Lashley. All right, guys. So we're going to go right into reveal number one for this evening. And all you don't know, Live with JB we have our own resident historian who comes on Live with JB every week to educate and to enlighten all our we. You understand? I know all are very familiar with who this individual is. But this week, we turning the tables and putting the spotlight on our very own doctor of history, our walking, living, breathing encyclopedia, no other than who it is. Drop the comment there. Mr. Ozzy, special good evening to you, Mr. Wizard of Oz. All you tell me who is this reveal now, man, before I drop the video on all you tell me. Tell me who is the reveal. 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't make me say one and not one person. Guess this person, 1.
The first peoples used the silk cotton tree to create their canoes, their dugout canoes, and they also believed that their ancestors occupied the trees, so it played an important part of their religion and culture.
The familiar cry of the cockricow has been heralded as a beautiful wake-up call for some, while others associate that distinctive call to destruction. Some may have questioned the decision to elevate this bird to reverend status as part of Trinidad and Tobago's coat of arms. According to Dr. Pemberton, the bird was not always a pest and lived within Tobago's main rich rainforests, far away from populated communities, and regularly hunted.
By law, it was protected, and there were many speakers talking about these birds and the good image that they projected of the country, and they should not be hunted. It didn't stop it, but it was reduced.
Parliament's Joint Select Committee on the Constitution Amendment Tobago Self-Government Bill 2018 is meeting with stakeholders in an effort to formulate revised legislation which will have the widest support from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Rita Pemberton is a senior lecturer in history at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus, and on May 17th, she made a presentation to the Committee on the History of Tobago's relationship with Trinidad.
So, where the Union of Trinidad and Tobago is concerned, what I have done is to indicate that it was a long-standing process, and it didn't just occur out of the hatch in the 19th century. So then it said that these new territories, Tobago being one of them, would have limited enslaves permitted on the territory. So the Limitation Act said that you couldn't pass a certain number, and then the Abolition Act in 1808 totally stopped.
So I tell you, that is how we walking, breathing, living encyclopedia, Dr. Rita. So no further ado, let me bring you out now. Hello, Dr. Rita.
Hi, Jerry. Hello, good afternoon. Good evening, listeners everywhere. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's indeed a pleasure. I love to have you here every week. You must learn, you must share every week with us with whatever I just like to hear and learn from you. So, okay. Dr. Rita, I'm going to put you on the spot before we bring out the reveal number 2, because I never get to access some questions that I had for you. Okay. So, Dr. Rita, you know, many people find history to be boring. What really got you interested in history as a focus for your entire career? Tell the audience.
Okay. First of all, let me correct that notion that people have that history is boring. Yep. It is largely related to the way it was taught to them. Right? Mm-hmm. There's a perception that history is a bunch of dates, and it is not. That is about some people somewhere out there, and it is not. Right? Mm-hmm. My interest in history started at secondary school when we did Caribbean history, and it was being introduced for the first time in the Caribbean. And then at, it was certainly a very nice change from what we had been introduced to in forms 1 to 3. So then we started studying ourselves. Unfortunately, at sixth form, it was still European history, all about, and largely political history. And when I got to university, then I recognized there was much more to history than just the politicians and the European powers. So it started a quest within me for knowledge about myself, my society. And then, even when we were doing Caribbean history, it didn't have much about Tobago. Tobago was hardly mentioned in the Caribbean history. The focus then was, I guess it also was where the research information was available on Barbados, Jamaica first, Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, and the smaller territories got squashed in between. But having started work on Tobago, I recognize that there is a whole world of information to be had, and it is not about dates when just simply dates when events happen, but it's also about people, how people struggled, survived, and elevated themselves, and how people possessed all kinds of knowledge and skills, which were underplayed during the colonial period and which came to the fore after independence and beyond. And so, it is quite heartwarming in one sense, heart-rendering in another sense, to see the potential that a lot of people possess that went untapped because of the lack of facilities. And whilst, it didn't expose them to go out, so within the society, at that time, people developed their skills as you will eventually find out. The skills were developed internally, and then when it hit the international scene, and people realize, hey, what is going on in this little place? Lots of things were happening. Yeah, but I think that everybody should be very conscious of his or her history, because in this life we all stand on other people's shoulders. So you come by your parents or your grandparents and you get something from them, many things. Sometimes it is an approach to life, sometimes it's a piece of property. Whatever you have inherited should belong to you and pass on, not to be squandered.
So
And
I have to agree with you with saying in the way one of the thing is in the way in which you teach it. Because to me, when I was reviewing some of your teaching videos on YouTube, actually, I was like I was saying earlier, is as if I saw this thing, the event happening. So I guess that you also have that talent in the way in which you tell the story as well. Because I mean, it can sound boring for some people, but you get a magic touch. You gotta tell me where's that magic ingredients. But tell us now, what is the most surprising thing you learned in your research of Tobago history?
the most surprising thing I learned is that what is written does not reveal a fraction of what actually happened. And what is very evident is the people, the things that people did, how people survived. That is what surprised me, because if you don't look for it, then you don't find it. But just imagine Tobago was a society where employment opportunities were limited. And when I say limited, I'm talking right up to the 1950s and even up to 60. And when opportunities started occurring, they were first available mainly to men.
Right.
So when you look at the woman, what did the woman do and how did the woman survive? I think that is a beautiful story. Painful, but
Nice.
beautiful, that you move from that level where you have to work on the estate and show coconut or lime or whatever, and then you move up, 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 and
Yeah,
out,
that's right.
so
Yep. So
resilience.
I like that. So, Dr. Rita, one more question because you're co-hosting with me this evening. There's big things are going up in here, So tell me, you seem to have such a strong connection with African culture. I can't even say I remember seeing you not dressed, in one of your African wear and you're always dressed to the T, meaning the earring, the accessories, everything just cuts in with you. So tell me, why is it so important to you to always show your Africanness? Tell us.
Because I believe that is me. Whilst I was growing up, well, when I was growing up, I didn't have a choice. But when I was in the teens and, went with my mother to buy fabric, we always quarreled because she always wanted something that I didn't want.
Boy.
I had my inner leanings. I always remember in Sabga's store, and there was this piece of fabric. It was green and black and brown, but there was a lot of shapes and stuff, and I was attracted. And my mother wanted some kind of lace thing, and I mean, we were arguing in the store. In the end, she bought it for me, but I just saw that was me. I would look at a piece of fabric and say, that is not me, and I will buy it, right? Yep. So I have my way with African fabric, and so that's what I buy.
Nice. So, Dr. Rita, just letting you know, last week you wasn't here. You wasn't on the show, which we did miss you. We was always miss you. But, we're going to make up for last week. So, by keeping you on here with me for the whole show, Dr. Rita going to be on here because this evening we have some real Tobago golden heroes, just like yourself, on the show. And trust me, I need my doctor history to help me draw all these stories from those real Tobago legends. Yeah, so let me hop over, rock and come in with our reveal number 2. One of Ahwee Tobago golden heroes. You understand? Are they ready? Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon. And we're gathered here for the game of your life. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I want to see you put your flags up in the air right now. Sing. Oh, 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 oh. I want to hear you cry. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, I am a soldier warrior. I say when God lose, I am a fighter. I'm a nationality writer. I am a soldier warrior. I say when no lose, I am a fighter. I'm a soldier warrior. I'm a nationality writer. We will attack, we will defend. We going to pressure them to the very end. On any opposition that we meet, hear me now. We go defeat them by defeat. Because side.
Tell you, some big boys is chilling with this evening, some golden heroes. Yeah, so with no further ado, Dr. Rita, let me bring out Coach Bertel.
Okay, sure.
Hello, Mr. Bertel. Welcome to Live with JB.
Pleasant evening to you.
So Coach, you know why we say that you created a football greatness factory? It's simply because, what you started here in Tobago has really produced generation of football greatness. You understand? The start of 2022, our first show for 2022, we had a whole episode dedicated to sporting family whose greatness is direct result of your coaching brilliance. So, Coach, if you feel like joking, let me bring out one who I think might be the guaranteed, someone who I think could be the guaranteed of just what you have produced. You like surprises? Coach, you like surprises? Try? I like that. I like the challenge. Hello, Mr. Wendell Moore. Welcome back to Live with JB.
Declared notice. Tyrell is here with me too. Hello.
So, Coach, you see, when I say I was responsible for multiple generation of football greatness, look the evidence here. By the way, let me just... You remember that, Mr.
Absolutely
Wendell?
remember that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Something breaking up. We're breaking up, but yeah.
Okay, Mr. Wendell, is that Tyrell next to you?
Yes.
Oh, nice, because I would like the audience to let all of us congratulate, you understand, Tyrell for qualifying for our whole national under-20 team. Tyrell, congratulations to you. Big up your whole self.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Rita?
Yes.
Mr. Wendell?
Yes, miss.
Tell coach something you remember of the training. See if coach could remember. Put him to the test.
One of the best is, well, I'm the coach since primary school, and the psychological effect of playing to win against the opponents, where he played with our minds regarding, he gave us we're young, he gave us some pills. Who knows, the pill may be cod liver oil tablets. And he tell us once we take them, we're going to be running whole day. You can't tire at all. So, when you get the pill, everybody walking around the primary school saying, coach, give you this, coach, give you this one. So you don't know, you don't want nobody mess with it, but you're showing off at the psychology, them kind of things like that. No, I really, he's one of the greatest. He's the greatest ever dealt with. Always at the next level. I always think he was gifted or almost born with that talent. There are people that's gifted that, and that was Coach Bertie Sinclair.
Nice. So, coach, you remember that? You remember in those days?
Is he hearing you?
Coach, could you hear us? Coach frozen.
No, he's probably muted or he's frozen.
No, he's frozen.
I'm hearing you.
Okay.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah,
he's here.
You're not hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, you said, I heard Wendell saying that actually he was a talented young man, right? And he came to school because I was a teacher at Montgomery Government School.
Okay.
And people wouldn't understand that we had to take things seriously at school. Right. And as I say to the public, and I say all the time, the most important thing in life is incentive.
Wow.
Because, long ago, when you're in school, if there's a mango season, you can't get those boys to come to school at all. They hide in the mango tree.
Mr. Wendell, you was one of those hiding? Talk to me.
One of them, yes.
Seriously, not easy.
Your files get bust, Mr.
And
Wendell.
So when I got the opportunity to start, to start to do some coaching, when I started to do some coaching with the school team, because there was an ex-teacher there, and they gave me because you start as a people teacher at age 15. So I was a little boy. So I'm saying to you that after that, there were some clubs in Scarborough Club. I got 2 small bats from them. And I took it to school. And I told the boys who come to school early in the morning with bat. You have to come early. You have to be there early. And I tell you, when I had to ride down to school, so I have to leave earlier to get down there because they want to fight one another. So as I always say, incentive is so important in life.
Right. Wow.
So he's one of the players that we work on. And as I said to Ting that he would have been the first professional player come out of Tobago. Because when I started teaching,
congratulations. Nice. Pick up the moves.
When I started teaching at Signal Hill, I could remember vividly that they were intercall and so on in Trinidad. And we used to be singing, Ramsey, you want the goal. And so on. We didn't know anything on that. And this is why most of the times I have to call Miss Pam Nicholson's name. When she was the Minister of Sports, they brought in Tobago schools into the secondary school football.
Right.
So we went in there in 1980. And 1981, I took Wendell Moore to Bristol Rovers, who would have been the first professional player.
What?
But Bobby Gold kept him, the manager. The parents say, let him come back home and do exam.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to come back home. But here it is. No
Mm-hmm.
embarrassment.
Tell me.
When he did
Tell
exam
me.
in
Tell
81,
me.
Go ahead.
when he did exam in 81, he got 2 subjects.
I should not
But we were in the college league. So therefore,
Right.
in 82 now, we won the intercall. We know all the guys and them in Trinidad. We won the first intercall in 82. And I had spoken to a guy from away and he came down to see them. And therefore, when they got a football scholarship to be where he is today.
Wow.
So as I say, and I continue to say, incentive is so important. But
Wow.
I want to reiterate that I always say to the guys, if you have no discipline, you can't be anybody. It's so important.
Yeah.
And I was showing you a thing here this evening, BSSA, Bertie Sinclair Sports Academy.
Right.
And I'm saying that the thing is ability, aggression, awareness, and attitude.
That's the
So
new
it's
coaching academy that you open.
definitely.
Yeah.
So that is so important. That attitude is so important. And I am saying, and I'll continue to say, that God made everyone equal. Nobody is better than anybody.
Anybody.
As I tell children nowadays, I say, like I told her, I say to children, I talk to them after the game. I say, who want to be a doctor? And everybody put up their hand, the doctor. So I say to them, I say, okay, doctor, build that house for me. They recognize they have to go to a carpenter to do it. So God made everyone equal.
That's right.
And that is so important.
Coach, could you repeat the A words for us one more time, please?
Yeah.
All right. The first one is ability. And we load at that in Trinidad and Tobago. I used to tell the guys that. The second one is aggression. And I used to tell the guys that stick a hill. Trinidad people have so much aggression in comparison to in Tobago. Because sometimes I compare it, I say you go and you meet a vagrant on the road and you see a dustbin, you start to dig up in it. In Tobago, we take off one, look at it, and look up, and then so aggression is the second rule. Aggression is the second rule. And they say awareness. You have to be aware that this guy has the ability to do that. This guy has the ability to do that. And that's important. And the most important one is attitude. Because as I said to all of you guys, if you have no discipline, you can't be anybody. That's important. And I use that right through the history of my football and my coaching.
Food for thoughts.
Mr. Sinclair, I would just like you to explain to listeners what got you into coaching. You know, what propelled you into coaching?
Well, okay, I used to play. I coach cricket too. I won the West All Youth Tournament for Tobago. I coach cricket, but I was playing football at the age 16, and I playing against big men, and I got my foot broken. And my mother told me, "Don't kick a next ball." So I started doing refereeing. I can remember I went on a course under Dongna and did refereeing. And unfortunately, one evening, they had a game in Shaw Park, and I was the referee, Charleville, against a team from Scarborough. The team from Scarborough won the game. Charleville guys tell me I can't come back to Charleville. So I gave up refereeing. So as I said earlier, I did some coaching down at Montgomery Grammar School. I coached cricket, and then I started the football. And I say that if you're not doing the right thing with me, you can't come around, okay, how good you are. If you are better than the other guy, you must do things that he could look up to you. And that's so important. And even when we were in Montgomery School, we won all the Tobago tournament. And I could remember vividly, one day we were playing a team from Trinidad in the final. At we go. Half time we have the 3-0. The principal of the school come to the teacher. He said to him, "What's going on? How you have these boys doing that to our boys?" The teacher told him, "If you play and I play, same thing. These guys playing too much good football."
Right.
So we did that all the time. And then when I was to go to teachers college, I went to Puerto Rico and I did PE. So when I was to go to teachers college, I was invited to go to Signal Hill as a teacher. And as I say, people will talk, the thing about nowadays and long ago, you have to be able to do the things. I taught English in every form in Signal Hill because you have to do the right thing. You know, some of us say, have a degree, but some of them can't tell you how many subjects are there.
Wow.
So it's important. So I did that. And as I say recently, I say in 19 something, when they celebrated the secondary school 50th anniversary, Signal Hill went in there, 30 anniversary, 30 years. And Signal Hill won the competition in the secondary school.
Okay.
And what you have to do, and I do it with all my life, if you're doing something, you have to do the right thing. And they say we're having a big ceremony down in San Fernando at such a time. You want to celebrate birthday Sinclair, I live in Tobago. So they came up and we had it. We won the most championship.
I saw that. Yeah, saw that on Facebook.
Yes. Yeah, and as I was saying, they wrote their question, I say, long ago when we got to Trinidad to play, when the team's coming out the dressing room, our boys head bent down. The guys from Trinidad.
No.
But after a time, I could remember vividly one guy, Jason Duncan, was the captain. And when we coming out of the stadium to come to the train to the game, when we come out, the guys from St. Mary's have the head down. Young can say, "Look up, guys, if you going and play." You know, so the things change. The Signal Hill rule that thing. Unfortunately, I coached Paradise Hockey Club.
Yeah.
And we moved from division right up to the championship. And when they had interzone hockey with all the champion teams, Paradise Hockey Club won it. And then they asked me to coach the national ladies hockey team. And I started coaching them. And every day I will always, besides, I'm so sorry what I did, you know, because they used to take care of me. I took at Hilton, I stayed when I come back to coach a team. And unfortunately, the team was leaving to go to Panama.
Right.
Saturday, and qualified to win the third straight intercall. So I couldn't go to Panama and not win third intercall. So I apologize to the people, but Hill won 87, 88, 89 straight. So I did accomplish that kind of thing. So I was so happy for that. Added to that, and people don't understand that, I am the only national coach that every national team.
Wow.
From under 13, under 16, under 19, under
what
23,
is this?
and 5.
And the senior team.
And as I say, up to now, the senior team twice. And up to now, the record I set, nobody sing it. I am the first person
to you, big up you, coach. Wow.
I am the first person in English-speaking Caribbean to take a team to the World Cup.
What?
I was in 91, I took the under 19 to the World Cup. And nowadays I hear they saying that, 2006, we went to the World Cup. And ladies and gentlemen, I said it openly. 99, Trinidad and Tobago never meet the second round of the World Cup until I took them. With 3 games to go, they brought in and I can say they want me to go. And I am saying to you, I say it and I continue to say it. God made everybody equal.
Equal.
Don't know the color of your skin. You're not better than me at all.
That's right.
So this is it.
Right.
When I was reading the papers this week, and I saw so many guys claiming for money that they owe them, I said, well, what never pay me? I went. I took the national team in 2000 to the Gold Cup semi-final. Up to now, we can't reach there. And hear me, ladies and gentlemen, what happened there is that we were playing the semi-final against Canada.
So, is Coach frozen?
Yeah, I think so.
He frozen for a little bit. So, Mr. Wendell and Tyrell, I just wanted to ask you all, hopefully Coach will be unfrozen by then, if you all have any message to leave with Coach before you all leave.
You go ahead, say something.
I mean, not really anything major, but I'm obviously looking forward to representing my country or the under 20. Hopefully, I play good and get called up to Honduras to go play.
Yeah, nice. So, Mr. Wendell, over to you. Oh, he fell off. Go ahead.
Again, as I just say it boldly, most of my training and ability and even my way of life come from Coach Bertie Sinclair, apart from my family.
Wow.
Yeah, most of my training, because I was a so-called little bad boy until I get Sinclair, because you want to play, so you have to do the right things to get picked, and he's a disciplinarian.
Wow.
So all my boys, everything I instill is
from him. What you would have learned as well.
Right. But I was with him from a kid. I was with him since primary school. So mental toughness, that kind of things. Coach, I get back on. But the bottom line is most of my ability and most of my training come from Bertie Sinclair, including how I, as in home, how I move, how I talk is more my mannerism. People said is all Bertie Sinclair.
Wow.
My father too. I had a good father too. But because I was with Coach so much, I a lot of hours spent with Coach.
With him, more time spent there actually. Yeah. So I hope he see where he get the Bago Football Greatness Factory from.
So you want me to continue or record it?
Yes, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
You're the style.
But I was saying that I told you before that I coached every national team.
Yeah.
In 1981, Alvin Cornell, I must always congratulate him for the opportunities that he gave to me. I coached under 13. We went to Puerto Rico. I told you, I am saying to you that Dwight York was 10 years old. When I picked him to go to Puerto Rico, the manager asked me where I'm going with that little boy. I had to ask him, I said, who picking the team? He shut his mouth. Shaka himself was a tall little boy. I worked with him. I remember vividly. My father was a magistrate. When he came to the Bago, he surpassed to look for me. I developed these guys in my life. Even to Lara. Yes, Lara was in this section. And I hear the next morning when he was supposed to come to training, if they said the father told him, if you're going to cricket, I'll take you. If you're going to football, you have to walk. So that's why he didn't make the team. And we went to Puerto Rico and became second. And I can remember vividly in a game against Puerto Rico, because they said we had to score 4 goals if you want to win this competition. Dwight York scored a goal. H. Tanner, the other guys with it. And when they put on the blinkers, his name come up. The referee ready to blow on the match, and he started watching the name. But I didn't know what happened. So that, and I said from there, I went on to the under 16. I met the last 4 in the under 16. That's the year when Mexico won it. I met the last 4, and then we always have that kind of problem. The national coach took over the team. Collins took over. So we didn't qualify. So I went to the World Cup in 91. Went to the World Cup in 91. And I was telling you about the Gold Cup now. In that, the day we're going to play the semi-final in the Gold Cup. The day we were going to play the semi-final of the Gold Cup, when they're coming downstairs in the morning, the day to go to the bus, Latapi coming up the stairs and I coming down, and you know what he told me? Coach, that lady come with Dwight and I, a big car park up there. I told him, I say, son, we all travel in that bus and I come in last. Right? So when I come to the door, your new coach now, Uncle Seaboard, all aboard. So when I went in, a lot of people said, Dwight York was there, but he couldn't play on the game. So when we got the penalty, we could have, in that tournament, we got the penalty against Canada. Dwight York was supposed to kick it, but he couldn't play. That happened next. But he vexed. So David Lackett almost talked to him. David Lackett straight away, but he didn't straight away because the goalkeeper was from Manchester, a good goalkeeper. So we didn't make it. And you know what was strange? That was when I read the papers and they say how many people owe money, they fire me before I come back home. I didn't kick the penalty, but it had to do with money because the guys got a lot. And I say the players so important. Without players, you can't have no president and no nobody. Give them some more cash. That's so important. Right? As I said again, after that Gold Cup, I was home. They asked me to come back. As I said, since 89, we never met the second round of the World Cup in 89. We came back and we took them to the second round. And with 3 games to go, they telling me that they're bringing in Benaka and they want me to work with. As I said to you earlier, and I continue, God made everybody. So if I was claiming, I see the papers say how much people owe million, and I see 3 million, and this. I still get a few million too, but I feel I am from Trinidad and Tobago, and we need to do the things that will help Trinidad and Tobago.
Develop and
this
be
is why,
better.
Yes, I am saying that I am so, because I'm saying again, and I repeat it morning, noon, and night. If Benaka was so good, where are we now? Where are we now? If you couldn't stay and carry us to the next level.
Wow.
Football is developed, and so you do it. And so this is why I'm saying that. I have so much for Trinidad and Tobago football. Unfortunately, you know, here, because I said perhaps I am from Tobago. But God, everybody equal. I tell you, one time I did some work with Arsenal when I was in the States, in England. I was doing work with the youth team and the big team training. When they came inside, Harry, come and join my squad. And I go to the train, I gave them something, and I said, train him. The next morning, I hear me door knock. Harry, thank you so much. He brought that jersey for me. Even recently, when he went to New York, he called me to thank me so much for the kind of things I performed. It's so important. Right?
So,
and I say, go ahead.
So I want to just take this opportunity to thank Mr. Wendell and Tyrell for coming on and giving our wee coach this pleasant surprise. And once more, Tyrell, congratulations to you for qualifying, you know, for our whole national under-20 team. Big congratulations to you, and continue to make all of us extremely proud.
Thank you. I will.
Coach gave me the pointers yesterday already about you know what to work on and so forth. So
you get some tips, good tips there. All right, so thank you so much.
Yes, so I'm saying again, I continue to say, if you have no discipline, you can't be anybody. And you could ask your national coach now, Angus Eve, how many laps he make around the stadium one morning when he came late. And you say, he never do that again. And then he will remember, these are things I tell you, in the World Cup, when we play England, and the defender get up and pull somebody head, they say if under a sink it wouldn't happen. I don't know if you all So I'm saying to you, it's so important. Discipline is such important. And this is why I'm concerned about what's happening with our football and things these days. Because in Trinidad and Tobago, I could play good, so I could do what I want. It's not so. If you are better than he is, you must try to guide him to something. He must be a thing. So it's so important. And as I said with me, if you train with me and you feel better than him, go your way. Because people don't understand. Don't care how good you are. If the day before the game you got injured, we have to play with you. So it's so important, right? And I want to thank you people
Thank you
This
so
because
much.
of
It is actually a pleasure to have you on, Coach. It's really, really a pleasure. And we would be bringing you back again sometime soon again to hear more about this academy that you have opened up. Thank you so much, Mr. Wendell and Tyrell, as well, for taking the time off. And it has been a privilege and an honor to have you all on the show once more.
All right.
One small thing before I leave. Okay, lady? One small thing I leave. Okay, hear me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
After Alvin Cornell and John Hampton, Alvin had the academy. I formed one in Tobago, 1976. And the greatest surprise in my life is that one time I went to a meeting in Scotland because I have a big gym. I had built the own ground and this kind of thing. They told me that somebody took my name off the thing. I'm no longer part of Sinclair Coaching School. And I call the name one and several chairs when I take my name off the thing. Because I give the fellas opportunity. With President that, I just want to coach and continue to work with the players.
So
and make
Coach,
sure that they take. So now I decide I don't want to go to court and all this kind of thing. So this is why I changed the name and I'm working on it. Bertie Sinclair Sports Academy.
Nice. That is what we're talking about. So I want the audience to know to rock and come in and organize and sign up all the kids to be a part of this football coaching with the best of the best coach we have here in the soil of Tobago. You understand?
Yes,
so
as I
coach,
lady, as I say to them, as I say again, when I work in the States, rather on the academy, and sometimes I can remember one time I do, and this is why I try to encourage the trainer and parents that when a child come to the course, mother, father, sometimes grandparents with them.
Yep.
And I do the lead program. When I do the final session, I think I can remember one vividly. When I do the final session, they say, you work us hard, but we love it. When the right hand nearly break, because the children, the father, the mother, every children. So that's the kind of thing I try to inspire parents. So support your children, and the sky is the limit. And as I'm going to finish, I want to say to you, I tell people, the heights by great men reach and kept was not attained
by sudden strike,
but
by their companions slept, but toiling upward in the night.
Yeah, because I tell you, on morning, I talk to the Canaan and come to Shore Park at 8, 6, 7.
Wow.
And they were study. I saw he writes something on the paper study. So thank you all so much. And
Mr. Sinclair, before you go, I am going to call you. We have to have a talk.
Yeah. All right, Coach. So thank you once more. And as I say, it has been a pleasure. And we cannot actually wait to hear more about this new academy that you're opening up. And thank you for taking the time on and coming on the show to share with us. Love you and continue to take good care of yourself and continue to be well.
Because it'll be a few million to get to talk to me, but I give you free. I give you for free.
Well, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. You see, we really do appreciate it. Thank you. According to Mr. Ozzy, I have so much to pass on to the next generation. Thank you. So, Dr. Rita, just before we go into reveal number 2 with one of our golden heroes here in Tobago, I don't want to pass. I saw that Mr. Wizard of Oz ask you a question.
Yes.
Yeah, we will go into review number 3 after. Can you please ask Dr. Rita about a short story written years ago called Tobago, a Bone of Contention? You put me to the test with that word there, boy.
Yes, that story is about the fight, the competition between the European powers for possession of Tobago. That it was a battle between, the first peoples against the Europeans generally. Among the Europeans, it was Dutch versus French versus British, and they would not give up. And particularly the French and the English battled on 1765, 1763, a treaty was signed, but the French didn't give up. So although the British occupied from 1763 to 1781. The French attacked and occupied 1781 to 1793. What? And then it went back to the English. And then in 1801, 1802, the French attacked again. And then it became British finally. So the contention was who was the owner. Ownership of the island was in question. Nobody would accept the other person, no European, and they all managed to get rid of the indigenous people, and then they fought among themselves.
Wow. All right. So, Mr. Ozzy, Mr. Wizard of Oz, I hope that your question was answered beautifully. So, Dr. Rita, you ready for me to bring out reveal number 3?
Yes, I am.
Another one of we golden heroes right here in Tobago. You understand? The original, the one and only. You understand? So let me get ready for Trinidad and Tobago original Scout Master. Are they ready for that? Are they ready for it? Check it out.
Joseph Daniel Archer spent over 30 years as a scout, and earlier this year he was recognized as the oldest scout in Trinidad and Tobago. This 98-year-old stalwart fondly recalled his experiences as a scout, taking Princess Margaret on a tour of the Bucca Reef and serving other global icons. He says this field of service taught him various life lessons.
I started as a copper at Delaford, where I was born. Our troop was 11 Tobago.
For the Archers, service comes naturally. With tear-filled eyes, Mr. Archer spoke about his wife, teacher Baby Jo, and other family members.
She served for 72 years. As a teacher. My daughter served in the netball as president. My granddaughter and I myself as a scouter. So service wherever I go, any department.
Mr. Archer firmly recommends that people who have served their country and their community be awarded during their lifetime.
My daughter Astrid was secretary in the netball. Martha was president. Charmin is the only one they hasn't recognized yet. I hope they will recognize someday. Because a lot of people who have just done a little thing, they are recognized. But those who serve well should be recognized while they are alive.
Carissa Douglas, TTT News.
So, are you ready, Dr. Rita? Are you ready?
I am ready. I am excited.
Let me bring out the king of the hour, one of we golden heroes. Hello, Pajo. Welcome to Live with JB.
Good night. Good night.
How are you? It's indeed a pleasure to have you on the show. And I just want to say to you, Pajo, for being, congratulations for being the first scout master in the country and for also being the oldest fisherman. You understand? Big up yourself. And I just love the energy from you, man. Even from the previous video. I love it.
Thank you.
So, Pajo, before I hand you over to Ahwee, Doctor of History, right? I just have a burning question for you. And I think most young people go have the same burning question. How was it like for you to meet and give a tour to Princess Margaret? What do you remember about it?
Well, it's not Princess Margaret alone. It's many, many people.
Hello. Wow.
A lords and ladies,
Wow.
major, emperor.
Wow.
To name them. I have an autograph. One was taken from borrowed from me and never returned.
Oh Lord.
I have one still, autograph book,
Right.
autograph book that I used to get person signed, but just casually, you know. I didn't know it would come to some wonderful meaning. So I still have one here.
Okay. Wow.
It's not Princess Margaret alone.
You got through. I love that. Nice.
Because we're talking about bookery.
Wow.
I am one who started bookery. Mr. Dillon is the man who started out by showing Mr. Latour
Wow.
the spot where the fishes were. And Mr. Latour made a boat, a box, a glass box, and went with them.
Wow.
But they used to go there before fishing, setting fish pots and all kind of things.
Wow.
But when we were going up afterward, when we start going with it about tourism, because we start with Cecil Anthony and myself and Courtney Roberts and Henry Roberts and these fellas. We used to go and tie wire to kill the eagles and bookery. But everybody now is the owner of bookery.
Wow.
Some come yesterday and this morning.
Yep.
And they know more about bookery than me.
Wow.
We used to go there and tie wire and beat with Anthony. But no, we never disclose it. We used to go to kill the eel and the big sea egg, black sea eggs. Like they used to tell you, come. We used to go and think, they're bookery, they're saying bookery and bookery. There's snorkeling and diving.
Right.
They used to dive in the deep spot, but the snorkel and the shallow ground, we walk. We used to control the people. But when the others came in after, everybody knew what to do and what not to do. But we used to make sure that they didn't go with the fire coral. And they didn't take the coral from the reef. And so on. But now everybody is just, as the old people say, they blah blah them out.
Yeah, I like that one. Dr. Rita, you know that one there?
All right, and yeah, I know it.
The blah blah in the mouth. I like that one.
But I carried Princess Margaret out twice, not once.
What?
When she came with the defunct Federation, I am the fella with my boss, Commander Crook, took her to the reef. And she told me that if she get married, she want to come back to Tobago. And I hope I will be there to take her herself and her husband.
Wow.
And it happened so that it became an order that recommend that she want me to carry her. And the bosses and them who was in charge tell me I have to dress up and put on gloves and so on.
Right.
As I took her there already. And other people, it's not all lion I'm going to handle.
Right.
Because I thought Rita Hayworth
Mm-hmm.
Deborah Clark, Jack Lemmon, Bob Mitchell, name it.
Those are the stars from Swiss Family
It's
Swiss
Robinson.
Family
Swiss family, the whole Swiss family Robinson. Fire down the moon. Heaven knows.
Yeah, true legend.
All those film company bosses I took.
Wow.
And you have those signatures.
And I have the signatures.
I have Princess Margaret's signature.
I have Princess Margaret's signature. And all of them. So when I hear the people talking, I just keep myself in the corner. They call me Slow Joe. So you hear? Let them go ahead.
Yep.
I always have this in my mind. Good name. He that robbed me of my good name.
You ain't slow one bit, but go ahead.
He that robbed me of my good name.
Right.
Robbed me of that which not enriches me and make me poor indeed.
Wow.
I always say in the back, when I hear the talk, and some officials just talk, I just shake my head.
Wow.
Because they were there before and they never do nothing.
Wow. So, Padro, you was a real protector of our wee precious Boko Reef, eh? Wow.
Yes. I when Blue Haven was in operation,
yeah.
whether cricketers, name it, Hail Selassie, name it. Anybody come to go to the reef those days. And when we have too much, we had an association with Anthony. We say, well, give Anthony so much, give Dylan so much. But Mr. Dylan, Captain, we call him Captain Dylan, Republican. Nobody don't know nothing about Boko Reef.
Wow.
As I do.
Here, Celestia, you say it, Papa Joe?
Yes. Yes.
So, Pajo, but you ain't easy. You was a real star boy of Ahwee Bago. But I must say, we real, we really proud of all your achievements, man.
When a fishing company, the fishing companies come out here and test fishing line, breaking strain of their lines, I took them out. Fishery officer Wells come from Barbados when they was trying to say the fish from Barbados is theirs.
Yeah.
When they were tagging the fish.
Wow.
But I am not saying nothing. I am so drunk in the corner listening to them. A man have no honor in his own country. So what I used to do, stay softly, better than beg pardon. So I used to stay, and up to now, I just hear them talking. I stay in the corner.
Wow.
No one knows me, and the trouble is, sometimes it grieves me that they doesn't come and ask questions
Yes.
from the older ones.
Yes.
Dr. Rita, you have any question for Padro?
Yes,
over to you now.
I have
over to you now.
Questions for Padro.
Right
first
ahead.
of all, that statement you made, something off better than beg pardon. I'm writing it down. What was it?
Stand, the old people say.
Yes.
And softly, better than beg pardon. That means you must stay quiet.
Yes.
Before you get yourself in trouble.
Okay.
Or embarrassed.
Right, I got that. Thank you. But listen, I want you to tell the listeners what it was like growing up in Tobago when you were younger.
What?
What it was like growing up in Tobago when you were younger?
Well, I am 99.
Right.
No, and month. What?
Well, yeah.
99. And those days were blessed days. Because your parents taught you to say good morning, thank you, And please, to the older ones, respect the older ones. No respect now. Nobody cares about the old people. And that's the way. Even the government don't even care about the old people.
So
don't worry about we care.
We care. Don't worry, we care.
Definitely.
Tell me.
And I don't love you already, and I know my audience love you too.
I hope that you all care about the old people, not me.
Yes, you is what we star boy. We love you.
We care. But
Yes,
my mother, your wife taught my mother, you know.
I just be here listening to the TV and the night about Bukuri, but this one, I this and I that and this and that and that. And I want to do this to Bukuri, but nobody don't know. I carry people from even the birds in there, the snake birds and them in the lagoon. No man land. Nobody know how we get name no man land. Nobody know how we name Nylon pool.
Well, tell us.
Huh?
Tell us.
Cecil had some people on board. We all used to go to the reef together. No matter where I was from Blue Haven, but we used to meet up there at that spot. When we come from the reef, we used to stop them, give them a little swim, you know. And an Indian fellow was on board, but he was in the water. I said, oh, it's like nylon. Well, you know, Cecil, he was a joker. He said, yes, man, this is nylon pool. And he saw nylon pool. Get the name.
Well,
no man's land. No man's land. It's Mr. Lato Estate.
Yes.
But Cecil, nobody, you know, had no building there. The Lato had a jetty, but never use it. He used to carry lovers and other people to see the lagoon. And when he go around, he call it no man's land. But when I know it, when the fleet air arms used to land in the lagoon, I'm sure a lot of people don't know plane used to land in the lagoon. My boss, Commander Cook, was landing in the lagoon. Yeah, plane crash in the lagoon. And they set a bird that they get it and they call it the shorebird. So they gave it name Shorebird Point. But Cecil gave it name No Man's Land. But nobody lived there.
Okay.
So when you hear them talking, history, I could give them history. The Dylan boys used to dive in the lagoon with a turtle net and catch lobsters. How much of them could tell you where I could go and show you, although I'm not too bright in the sight. I could tell you where they used to go and set their drums for lobster. I could show you where Dylan used to set his net for turtle. But nobody know about Bukuri. Even at night, man advertising, oh, Bukuri, and Bukuri. And do this in Bukuri, and do that in Bukuri. They never asked me, what you think we should do? Once they came and said they're going to charge people to go to Bukuri, and I asked them if it's a port of entry. Nobody can answer me up to now. All they're doing, they want to charge, what they give me for Bukuri. What they give Dylan for Bukuri. What they give Anthony for Bukuri. Nothing. that they want charges. So this is what happening. And
how life was going
and I could go on and on
Yes.
with a life in Tobago. Nobody knows about Bucharest. That is one part that scares me. One part that's hurt me.
Right.
That Bucharest. Wow. And the way people live in Tobago now.
Yes. Yes.
Long ago, when life in Tobago, my parents had animals. And Sunday afternoon, Saturday, they have to go and milk cow and send a bottle to this compare, as they call your godfather, they call compare Makome. They give a bottle of milk to this or that. Nobody offer again. The younger is taken away. His Iman own. His Jah own.
Yes. Yes.
We definitely love and appreciate all that you have done. Trust me, and you're still very sharp with it too, you know.
So those are the things that grieve me. At 99, how Tobago is treated.
Don't grieve too much. Think about the nice things. What about the food that you used to have?
Food?
Yes.
Well, my parents used to work garden. Now young boys not working garden, they're taken from you.
That's true.
I used to eat dasheen, plantain, banana, potato, anya, all. My favorite was dasheen and ripe plantain. We had different type of plantain. They call it horse plantain, they call it Creole plantain, they call it giant plantain. And I could tell you, I could give you a history about Tobago.
I'd love to hear that.
I could give a history about Tobago.
Shall we?
Even the days when men could not trespass on the estate.
Yep.
If you're looking in on the estate, they charge you. You want Indian watchman, tell master, he passed, he trespassed. And a lot of things I know about Tobago. But what? To thine own self be true. I keep this way and be honest, not to interfere in their business. Nobody asks a question, they do it without asking. And when they fail,
then
is the time.
I heard, I seen the audience saying you are 99 years and your memory is very excellent.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, your memory really good. That's good. So sharp you is?
Well, my children and grandchildren sharp too, you know.
But I'm sure they are.
Yes. You expect that.
You expect that. But the mother that they have and the father that they have to be sharp.
Well, my wife taught all my children. I had the best wife in the world.
My mother talks about her. Your wife taught my mother.
Well, I am telling you, I had the best wife in the world.
Right, and my mother said she was the best teacher in the world because she taught her as a child in Canaan.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's the way. But the people not living in the right way.
No.
So, Pedro, is that your granddaughter with you now?
Which of them? Chorus? Who you mean, Chorus?
No, the person who is with you right now. Okay, that's it.
Oh, you're Maurice? Okay.
The one with me now is Chorus.
That's your granddaughter?
That's one of them.
Okay.
Nice.
The
Nice to
other
meet
one
you,
is in
Chris.
Trinidad.
Aw.
The one in England.
What?
My grandchildren in England.
Okay.
My grandson made me proud for Father's Day
Nice.
by being, huh?
Yeah, she's waiting
I'm
for you.
listening.
My grandson made me proud by being a West Indian and from Tobago and being a member of the British Empire, honored by the Queen.
Hello, congratulations to your grandson, man.
Yeah, congratulations to you. Yep.
You did well.
So we've been serving this country, I and my children. I don't know the honor, but honor make it none. But I always tell my children, always aim high.
Aim high.
Do it, what you go to do it well. Don't look for money. Don't look to think of honors. If you're doing it, do it well and do it for your country.
Yes.
Excellent
And
advice.
so do them. My daughter was the president of netball.
What? Big
My
things are
daughter
going.
was the secretary
Of netball.
Wow.
of netball. My daughter was the coach of netball.
I played with two bigger ones.
Secondary.
So these are three daughters he's
Three
talking about?
daughters.
I know them. I played netball with them.
Okay.
Yes, I played netball with
Dr.
them.
Rita, you play netball? We
Yeah.
need to see some of those pics.
So I always want my children to do well.
Mm-hmm.
And when they ask me, Daddy, I want to work or so and so, as long as they do it, let them do it.
Nice.
Encourage them to do it.
Yep.
And do it honestly. That's why my children were always trying to help this country by doing well for the country.
Well. Okay.
I did well for my country.
And they did too.
I did a lot of things for this country, but I would not say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But Chris, I
We
just
will
want to
talk.
say thank you for taking, such good care of Ahwee Bago, man. You're doing a really great job, and for bringing him, you'll have to bring him back on at another time to tell us more stories, eh? So you get a little responsibility.
Certainly. So the family does an excellent job.
Well, the family does an excellent job.
Yes.
So we make hay while the sun shines.
Wow. I love that one.
That's right. We agree with that.
Yeah.
And we always.
We'll make a lot of hay. We will talk with you more.
Nice. And we are definitely proud of you, your wife, your children, your grandchildren. Trust me, they are all amazing. And
they are.
Bago,
This is
Somebody's asking when is his birthday. And then your birthday was in February.
My birthday was in February.
February what? What of February is your birthday?
The 7th of February.
I see 11th. That is very close. Happy belated birthday, Bago.
Nice.
It's one thing I'd ask you, please.
Tell me.
When you do anything, when you're speaking truth is like right and fair.
Right.
It only comes by practice.
It only comes by practice.
Wow.
To thine own self be true.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And honesty is the best of policy.
That's the best
and if we have honesty, this country this country will do well.
Wow. Wow. But thank you so much, Padro. Thank you so very much. You really blow us off your feet.
Thank you as well.
Our feet. With you're so listen, your brain, I think it remembers everything. It doesn't forget anything at all. Yeah, everything. Very alert.
I don't forget so. I don't forget so.
Well, that's good.
Right. We also appreciate your wise teaching because you dropped some saying on us.
If you do something wrong, I always remind you.
that is what gives the best memory. That what makes
my
the
children
memory
always
so
say,
sharp.
Daddy, you forgive, but you don't forget.
Wow.
You don't forget.
Yeah. But that's good. God has blessed you with a really good memory there. Trust me. So, Padro and Chris, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day as well for bringing Padro on with us. And trust me, we need to have him on again at another time to give us more beautiful stories.
Good stories.
Yeah, we need to hear more, man. So thank you so much. And Padro, big up yourself. You are one of our icons, one of our living legends here in Tobago.
Thank you very much.
And we love you. I wanted to remember that Tobago and Trinidad and the diaspora love you and they appreciate all that you have done for Tobago and even Boko Reef. Okay, so have you on another.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk.
And I hope you always keep it up.
Thank you. We will definitely.
We will. Yes.
By honoring people.
Yes, that's what we do
talk
here.
About them when they are alive.
Yep.
And not when they are dead.
When it's too late.
Dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
We agree. We agree with that policy. Yes.
All
Definitely.
Right. All right. How we live in legend. Nice to have you, and we love you all.
Bye-bye, and thank you very much.
It's indeed a pleasure.
Thank you. Have a good end of your show.
Thank you, Corey.
You too.
I really
Take care.
appreciate
All the
it.
best. Get home safe. Keep safe.
I love our granddaughter, Corey.
All right, guys. So yeah, that's one of Tobago precious treasure, Padro. You understand? And I must say, we really feel honored and it really felt appreciated having him on, telling us all these different stories. And Dr. Rita, we have to have a session to just have some evenings of long time stories. What I say, directors, Miss Arlene and Miss Lyons.
Yes.
So, Dr. Rita, you know, so Dr. Rita, you know, my audience as well. I don't know, as long as we honoring Ahwee Bago living legend, we can't let it go unnoticed. Also, that, you know, one of Bago's very best and brightest star had a birthday this week. One of we very own Calypso Rose turned 30. Hear me 30.
Yes.
Has turned 32/82 years young this past Wednesday.
82.
Yeah, I thought it was 32. I thought it was 28 or kind of thing. She confused me with that. So we want to wish Calypso Rose a happy birthday on behalf of Catch Wave Solution, the Pride of Tobago Foundation, and Life with JB. You know, even the audience, we want to wish Calypso Rose a very, very special happy birthday. May God continue to bless her and keep her safe while she continues to, you know, blaze the trail. You understand? By blessing us with a beautiful music. So as we celebrating Calypso Rose's birthday, all you know how we just have to do it. We have to turn up the thing a little bit. All what we turn it up a little bit? Let me turn it up a little bit.
Boy, don't touch me like you're going crazy. Let go me hand, let me jump up in the band. I don't want nobody to come and stop me. Leave me, let me free up. Myself, let me jump up. So leave me alone. I ain't going home.
All right, so Dr. Rita, I will allow you. This is your opportunity where you would give Calypso Rose her birthday greetings. Whatever you have to say to her.
Yes. Sir? What am I to say to whom?
Oh, to
no, I didn't
Calypso
hear you.
Rose.
I have to say to her.
I said this is your opportunity now to say if you had anything to say to Calypso Rose for her birthday.
Oh, yes, I wish her a very happy birthday. Wish she was in Trinidad and Tobago. Wish we could talk with her and give her our greetings directly, but she knows we love her and we wish her all the best of health and continued longevity to give us all that sweet music.
Yep, and definitely we can't wait to have her on live with JB. You know how it is.
Well, of course. That's something to look forward to.
Hello, Calypso Rose, some we whole better, so we had to get she on up inside our here. So, Dr. Rita, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for being a co-host with me throughout Live with JB this far. I really do appreciate it. And since you weren't here last week, you had to make up this week, so you worked hard this week with me. I do appreciate it. And
okay, no problem.
We love you and we appreciate you the same way. And thank you for yet another week of great knowledge and education on the history and culture of Tobago.
No problem.
Anytime. All right, Dr. Okay. All right, guys. So for now, we are going to go right into advertising segment 1. And I don't know what ad we're going to do here now on Live with JB, because this is a very important ad that you cannot take for granted to business owners, whether you're small, big, or medium. This ad is very important to you, so please take heed. You understand? The sewer man. You understand? And according to the sewer man, grease trap maintenance is a key every 3 months to prevent backing up. You understand? So all them street vendors, hotel, restaurants, all in all, you link the sewer man today. Don't wait for when it's too late, where, health inspector get complaints or they're getting all kind of foul smell from you all, and they come to investigate, and that will shut down our entire business. Call the sewer man, do your regular maintenance. You understand? Don't wait. Make it a priority. So keep your business sanitized and healthy for the public. If you're getting any foul odor, any wet soak area, overflowing suspect tank, sewer line backup, grease trap need, emptying, all you have to do is call the sewer man today at 4865275 or 6393195. Call the sewer man today. Now that the entire country, Trinidad and Tobago, is open back up, everything is open back up, but we don't want any businesses to get shut down because of any health issues. You understand? Sanitize, stay safe, make sure everything is in an order. You need help, all you have to do is call the sewer man, because clearly they suck anything. You understand? And they're here to make you be comfortable in your establishment so that you wouldn't get closed down. So do you all monthly maintenance, whichever it takes, please do it. So please screenshot the flyer on the screen, send it to a business, send it to somebody who may need it, and let them know. Contact the sewer man today. Right? So you all please screenshot it, and it will also be posted on my Facebook page, and you all could also contact the sewer man on TikTok and on Facebook with the sewer man. That's the name. All you have to look for is the sewer man, and you're going to find him as well. Right? So that's what we're talking about. So I hope you all screenshotted it. And
boy, don't touch me like you're going crazy. Let go me hand. me step, let me jump up.
Right, so they leave me alone. I'm not going home. Listen to me. I love that song so much. Or they will have no idea. You understand? That song just make me feel for a juve of failure. What a sin. But it might have to be a virtual juve now, by the way things going. So earlier, we're going to go right into advertising segment 2. Now is the time for all of we to know and understand how we could experience Tobago. And when I say experience Tobago, I'm not talking about beach and bars and nightlife. I'm not talking about that. You understand? So I don't think I was clear. I probably wasn't clear enough to explain to you all what it means to experience Tobago, to experience Bago. So I'm going to play this clip for you all, and you all will understand a little bit more of what it means to experience Bago.
Baby, you, girl, wherever you are, whatever you do, stay the way that you are, wherever you go.
Guys, with that video play there, all I had to do now is invite Miss Lyons and Mr. Bullets on to tell us more about our Tobago experience packages. Hi, Miss Lyons. Welcome to Live
evening. Good evening again.
Hello, Mr. Eastman.
You just keep outdoing yourself, Mr. Bullet.
Oha, oha. Anything that excites you, say oha.
Oha.
All right, so let me do it to Vanna.
What?
Yeah, they say oha, oha. Then I'll say oha.
Oha, oha. Anything that excites you, say oha.
So before we jump in, Mr. Bullet, did you hear Hajo talk about as the first scout master of Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, there were plenty icons in Tobago. Some I know, some I don't know. But Mr. Archer was inspiration in plenty things in Tobago. And I think sometimes we take people for granted, you know?
Yes.
And these people who are contributing.
And that's why we are here, and we are really about opening up Tobago in a special way. So all our audience, our viewers, tell your friends, the people out there in the diaspora, our visitors who have been locked out of Tobago. This man we have here, coming on the heels of Pa Joe, is also a scouting icon in his own right and an explorer in Tobago. And that is why he is part of our Catch the Wave and our exciting, extreme, extraordinary, exhilarating vacation experience packages. And he is a package in and of himself. And what we are talking about is we are about opening up and giving our visitors and those of you returning home some of the most exciting secrets that you will ever find in Tobago. Yes, we have the nylon pool. Yes, we have the Buku Reef. Yes, we have the Pigeon Point. Yes, we have the Store Bay. Yes, we have the Argyle waterfalls, but there is so much more to be discovered. So we are about taking you on that discovery with Mr. Bullet, who we call Tobago Tarzan, and some of the most exciting adventures you will ever experience. And just to let you know that the tours, as we package them, will cater for all persons of all strata, all ages. We also have on board with us, he should be joining us, and he is Mr. the Man of the Ocean. He is our Captain Marvel, the man of the deep dive. So we have, to bring you some of these new discoveries, we have in our packages some exciting tours. We have what we will call, we have our own exciting Tobago hash. And so I want to ask Mr. Bullet, what can some of our visitors expect to experience? I know you have an amazing campsite. You have some in the jungle campsite. We have the campsite for the honeymoon couple. Yes, Mr. Bullet, tell us what we can look forward in joining your amazing tours, your naturalists, your jungle tour.
One of the things, you have to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be innovative. Sometimes God give you a talent and you use it to the best of your ability. And if you listen to the old scout man, just go, and he said, you have to love it. You have to have respect for it and everything. The passion, because as a scout, say be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
So I guess any one of the visitors, the vacationers with you, you will be prepared and you will have them prepared for that experience. So they can look forward to that. Safety first, but an exhilarating experience in all of the naturalness of Tobago. Lovely. Lovely.
So if I'm doing a tour, I just don't really leave and just go on a site just like that, unless the person say, well, this is what they want, right? Because sometimes we have to listen to the foreigners too, because sometimes we do things to suit we and not for them, right? Yes, we know they have to, when they come to our country, they have to understand that we are laws here. You do stupidness, you could get locked up. So listen, respect one another.
And tell us how you, in your taking your tours out, especially I know you spoke about going into some of the most pristine places that Tobago has to offer. What are some of the things you will tell the visitors to ensure that we preserve our environment while they enjoy it, that they preserve it? What are some of the things you will advise them to do and share with them?
Number one, if you go to the rainforest, don't move anything. Don't move anything, because if everybody move everything, you wouldn't have nothing live.
Right, exactly.
The first 10 years you might look good, but the next 10 years you have nothing.
And tell us too, I know you also have the jungle run, as we call it. You know, Mr. Tarzan, you know you in the what? And I know people who enjoy that rugged, tough experience. What can they look forward? How long will a jungle run be for example?
It have different runs, different places. So if you're running from Delafort to Land Summit, that's 8 hours walk.
Wow.
So if you miss it and you didn't get out by 3 o'clock, if you start about 6 in the morning, you have to sleep in.
Right. Excellent. So you folks are hearing that. We are bringing to you from Tobago, out of Tobago, new experiences. Some of the things never done before by who will be, and the persons to take you are some of the best, the most researched. They know the island like the back of their hand. He's been in and out. They have their own built-in GPS. So I want you to understand what we have here on offer, both, and that is the online experience. And then we have our good friend, the deep sea dive guy, who they are making their own discoveries. We are talking about these guys, and I hope, Mr. Bullet, you heard and you took wind from the advice of Pajo, who spoke about their discoveries back in the day and how they were taken for granted. I know that you guys have been making your own discoveries and opening up the beauty of Tobago that we are so proud of, that I hope you are taking note to make sure that what your discoveries, that you have them recorded, and so that you can be given the credit for it, just as we take people out to enjoy it. So this is some of the interesting stuff that we have planned out in our packages, whether you take the Naturalist, you take the Marine Explorer package, you take the Sanctuary Dreamer, we will customize that experience. And just to let our people know, the special offer that we have, you all have been, this is the start of what we call your Back to Roots, your Back to Roots vacation experience packages. We will put you in touch with some of your very own Pajos. We will put you back in touch with some of your ancestral roots. We will put you back in touch with some of the long lost customs by which we as a people, we emerge from. We are taking you back. Remember today's show, it's about today, yesterday, today, and forever. So we are promising and committing to you that exceptional vacation experience like you've never had before on the island of Tobago. And as I say that, I just want to ask again, Mr. Bullet, you are ready to receive the jungle tour visitors. They are gearing up. I know we also have one of your events you have that you talk about is the hash run. So all that is built in the packages that we are offering. It's no same old stuff here. When you book with Catch the Wave experience, you are going to get an experience of a lifetime. So we welcome all. We look forward to you all. I know JB had put it up. Just get to the website, fill out your contact us form, and we customize the experience for you. Mr. Bullet, do you have anything else you'd like to say to entice without giving out too many of the secrets? Because some of the tours are secret tours that you can look forward to.
So, you know, it also have I think what we call a geocache. I don't know if you ever heard about that. But the foreigners more thinking that way they hide couple treasures in Tobago, and it's connected by a GPS by a satellite. So it have codes that you have to break open and things. Because sometimes you might see the foreigners and they're walking in your village and you don't know what it is, what they are looking for. They are looking for the treasure. So it might even hide by your doorstep and you don't even know.
So we are bringing exciting things just to let everybody out there know that those foreigners that we have, those of you, all your foreign friends, let them know that Tobago has experiences, vacation experiences like nowhere else. Tobago is like there's no other island. We can boast of that. There's no other island in the world like Tobago. And we are here to show you and have you enjoy and experience the treasures, all the treasures that make Tobago, including folks, our ancestral folks, our foreparents, like our dear Pajo, a man of brilliance, a genius, a shared genius on Tobago's past. So all of that we have packaged for you, ready and waiting. So you all can look out, contact us, info@catchthewavettt.com. Email us. Visit us on the website, catchthewavettt.com, and get ready. Tobago is open. And again, it's about safe vacation experiences. It's about the outdoor. It's not about the jam up with hundreds of people. It's freedom. It's open air freedom to experience the warmth of the people, the treasures, the secret treasures that have not yet been discovered and that we want to share with the world. So we say, welcome to Tobago. Paradise.
Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
On earth. Heaven on earth. I want to thank Mr. Bullet. He, as I said, he has some of the amazing campsites. He also has some amazing in the forest experiences for you, so we can only look forward to it. I want to thank you, Mr. Bullet. Thanks for joining us and being a part with us in offering our best ever vacation packages.
Thank you, and God bless.
And Paul, JB, I just want to say as well, I want to use this opportunity, if I can ask JB, is she back on? So we can say, Mr. Bullet, thank you very much, Mr. Bullet, for being here.
Thank you. Oh, ha, ha.
See you later.
God bless. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, Mr. Bullet.
Yeah. Oh, ha, ha.
Yes. So thank you so much. And I just want to say, I want to ask you to indulge me a little bit here.
Oh, Lord, you're putting me on the spot.
And I'm just putting you on this spot. Is your next guest on as yet?
No, unfortunately. Okay.
So I just want to say today, I had such an amazing Tobago experience in public service. Mm-hmm. And I think it would be remiss of me if I did not call out, shout out, and recognize some amazing young people. I will call them the public service ambassadors of the Board of Inland Revenue section in the Division of Finance.
Okay.
So it was just, it was the welcoming way, the understanding way, the lengths to which I'm going to say it here, I'm not going to be shy to say it. Yep. Bankers, they threw you all to the curb with the level of service coming out of that THA office. Mm-hmm. They made all the problems go away for me so that I could have walked out of that office today with the information that I applied for, the IR numbers in one day. They made it happen. So I want to really shout out these young people. Like there was Julia, there was Hakim Phillips, there was Cassell Campbell. Young people, and they were doing it with such ease. Yeah. They did it with such pleasure. Mm-hmm. That service. Now, I am a customer service fanatic. Everything for me, it is about how we treat each other. I agree. And I just want to say to the Board of Inland Revenue section of Finance in Tobago,
Big up on yourself.
Big up on yourself. Continue to exude and have that kind. And I also want to recognize the security officer.
Wow.
Who was there? I think it's a Miss Trim. I got their names. And the helpfulness was just, it was just really so warm. It was like one of a kind, because what was very instructive and what stood out, they were not making my being unprepared a problem. They were simply looking for solutions to get my situation fixed. And that is not something you see. And I want to say that about banks. And remember last week when I spoke about make it make sense?
Yeah.
That travel by the airline, where they literally were the opposite of what I got today. Because they gave that passenger They created and worsened his situation because he had his booking. They canceled it because they were offering him a standby, then could not accommodate him on standby and left him stranded.
Oh, wow.
It was the opposite. And I just really want to shout them out. I want to big them up. I want to tell them just go for the skies with that level of initiative and care for the customer. Thumbs up, thumbs up, and thumbs up. So that was my experience today. So just like last week, I shared, make it make sense.
Yeah.
This one made sense this week. It made sense this week. And so it's so much. And Jimmy, I really say I want to enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Another thing that came up as well that people are asking me about, asking my opinion on, that I want to share. I'm gonna make it make sense. But on this one, I will say this is my take.
Right.
And I think I started to see. Tobago and all of its tourism and entertainment activities, such as the packages we offer, what is being built in Tobago. And I'm saying this as a Tobagonian, someone who was born and raised here, someone who has lived outside of Tobago, someone who has been in the finance and economy industry, who has understood. I'm hearing a lot on the ground about Tobago, the view of some persons, some quarters in Tobago, about how the carnival will take place. I want to just suggest and see to everyone out there, to our loving Trinidadian partners, friends, and family. I would like to just share for my 30-something years, I've been in banking, bank management. I understand the industry. Tourism and entertainment in Tobago is what the energy sector is to Trinidad. If it is not carefully well planned and executed, it will not benefit the Tobagonians living on the island. So one of the reasons, as people are saying, why is it we are not just saying, well, let those people who have the experience with carnival from outside come and produce the carnival, is because that problem that has besieged Tobago for all the years, that has many of our young people frustrated, is because almost every aspect of development in Tobago in the past has been undertaken by persons not from Tobago and of Tobago. There are people who come in, and for those of us who understand what the Honorable Mr. A.N.R. Robinson was attempting to do with the Alien Land Holding Act, is to ensure that the people of Tobago, the Tobagonians, whom this is where they were born, this is the only home they have, and they know that whatever we do in developing our economy should never displace the Tobagonians. That has happened in the past. And carnival, as it is to come off now, is an industry that is being opened up to employ and advance the interests of the Tobagonians. So if persons are simply coming to host the events, it means that the economic spend on the island is not going to stay on the island with the people of Tobago. So I'm asking the Trinidad folks to understand the dynamics of what is taking place in the planning and execution of Carnival Tobago. It is not a show that is simply being put on. It is an industry that is being developed, designed and developed to occupy and employ people of Tobago in a sustainable way. And if we let the horse bolt out of the stable, it shall never come back in. So work with us, understand what is happening with Tobago at this time, and understand that it's not about promoters simply coming to Tobago to put on a show. There must be sustainable, ongoing employment of the persons who live and reside in Tobago for generations to come. It must be that the majority of the revenue that is generated from Carnival Tobago stays in Tobago. Okay? So for that reason, Tobago is prepared to work with anyone once we can sit down and the numbers make sense. We have to make it make sense. So I just thought I would explain because people are feeling a sense. I know I've been in Carnival, as I said, since I was in my teens. I have been in Trinidad. I have been with Wayne Barkley, Raul Garib, you name the bands. You call anyone Poison. I've been around the circuit. I have seen how Carnival has evolved in Trinidad. I have seen how Carnival, the industry of Carnival, has moved from the artisans and the persons who, just as Pajo was saying, who created Carnival. It has become simply an off-the-shelf commercialized event. And when you look at it, I'll just give you a little example. When the jazz was being held in Tobago over the years, I witnessed almost everything. Everything was brought in from Tobago. Bartenders and all were brought into Tobago. So every time that jazz festival was run and the THA underwrote that event, the majority, I would say probably 90% of the funding simply bled from the THA. And when the persons got back, the staging was brought here. Everything was brought here. The bars that were brought here, everything was brought here. And so it never really employed the Tobago people. Tobagonians never really made. And that is those are some of the economic challenges facing Tobago. So I just want to speak out, use this platform to say to Trinidadians, those people who are eager, the tribal people, okay, the Caesar's Army. I know I've been around. I've been in Carnival. I tell anybody when theme parties were first came into existence. I've been at them when there were just 10 of us or 5 of us attending it before they became big. Caesar's Army and all of them started like little dots. Okay, it's one thing to exist in the Trinidad environment where there is a major industry, economic industry, that is the energy sector. But it's another thing for Carnival to be pulled off in the same like manner as in Trinidad, in Tobago, when that is the mainstay of our economic industry, our economy that we are trying to establish. So I just want people to really, really understand that this is a different takeoff in a different place. And I want to thank JB for giving me this opportunity. It must make it. We have to make it make sense. And this is about money sense for the Tobagonians so that they are not disenfranchised. And at the end of the day, anybody who should be built off the Carnival in Tobago must be the domiciled Tobagonians. So I say that without reservation, and I am prepared. As I said, I've run the circuit before Tribe and they ever existed, and Poison and all those bands. I've been in Carnival, I've been in the Pan, I've been in the Juve, I've been in Mass, I've worked on NCC, I've done all kinds of things. Anything about Carnival you want to ask me over the years, I can almost tell you how it emerged. I've done stuff for Pantrin Bago, so I've been there and understand the workings and how it has changed out. All-inclusive bands have all but decimated the vendors. So just look at that in the same manner in the Tobago setting. So I will leave that there for now, and then we'll talk further on it as it grows. But I just want to say, I've got the carnival bug, and I've got the carnival spirit from Kitschy, and then followed by Rose. So I love it. So thanks again, and let's make it make sense. Love everybody. And again, thank you all for always being a part of the Live with JB, Courtesy, Catch the Wave, and the Pride of Tobago. And I
Thank you,
just want
Miss
to
Lion.
allow me to make one,
Go
and
ahead.
this is a free other one to give, right?
Go right ahead.
Can you see this? I am giving a free Nafisa. Remember Nafisa?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. So this
From the
is one
grasshopper
of
event.
yes.
Okay.
So I just want to remind people that I'm going to encourage her to advertise with you on the show, right? Asifans Creations, handcrafted bags. So you can find her. She is on social media. It comes with a matching wallet, and it's awesome. So that's one of our.
It's quite posh.
It's beautiful. So I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Trust me. When I saw her bags in person too, I was like, how this girl could do such creative
Y'all
work.
are talented. Y'all are just talented.
Mind blowing.
And just a remind, I don't know if you're going to remember to tell your guests, next month is anniversary month. The month of May is live baby anniversary month. Look out for big things. As she would say, big things are gone.
Yes, I totally that stepped my mind. So thanks
next
for reminding
month,
them.
May is the month, the merry month of May is anniversary month.
Is officially a year.
Wow.
1 year young.
You survived. You
made
it.
Tell me about it.
Okay,
all right, Miss Lion. So thank you very much.
Did Mr. Bungish come?
No, I didn't get him. No.
Did you call him?
And I can't, Miss Lion. No, I didn't.
You said you had reached him?
No, earlier on I did, but I didn't. I didn't get a further updates.
We'll bring him on next week.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Miss Lions. Bye-bye.
Good night.
All right, guys. So, first of all, let me close off the segment by saying, if you're interested in our experience package, remember all you have to do is go to Catch the Wave website, click on contact us or WhatsApp us at 3916101. You can WhatsApp us at 3916101 or email us at info@catchthewavett.com. Use the promo code LWJB-1 to receive a special offer. Please take note of that and make sure when you all get your experience package, use the promo code LWJB1 to receive a special offer. So other than no, just visit the website and book for other package to experience Tobago. So as Mr. Hans was saying, this is where basically the show have come to an end. But since she would have bring it up that next month, make it 1 year for our anniversary, Live with JB anniversary, I must say it has been somewhat of a journey, you know. Plenty kick and cry to get to this place, but I must say I really salute and I say thank you to the sponsors of Live with JB for sponsoring Live with JB for over a year now, Catch Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago Foundation. And personally, for me, this has been quite a growth. Like today on Live with JB backstage, before the show starts, I was like, Miss Arlene, Miss Lyons teach me a word. She was like, what's that? I was like, archives. I say, I've always seen this thing in emails and messages and I've never pronounced it before. So I think that, not that I think, but I know that this show have really caused me to grow and develop even in words that I've never used before. My vocabulary have been very limited, and I continue to grow and I develop. And I'm never ashamed of sharing that because, I could always say that I never finished school. I never had the opportunity to finish it, but I keep improving, I keep learning, and yeah, we're leveling up as it goes. So I look forward to next month as we celebrate our 1 year anniversary for Live with JB, where we continue to, broadcast and showcase Tobago young entrepreneurs, Tobago young treasures. You understand our treasures, like, today, like how we had Coach Bertel. Yeah, brilliant Coach Bertel Sinclair. We also had Padro, Mr. Joseph Daniel Archer. We had We had Tobago Tarzan, Mr. Bullets, you know, and these are Tobago treasures. When we look at Mr. Archer, who we know in Tobago here as Pajo, he is indeed a precious treasure along with Coach Bertel. Big up on yourself. We love you all. We honor you all. We respect you all for who you all are. You all are indeed the treasures of Tobago, you know, and you all are also our living legends. So thank you for taking the time off and coming on live with JB. Big up Corey's for being there along with Padro to make sure that everything was well during the interview. And I want to say thank you again to our continued supporters, viewers of Live with JB, even the ones who don't comment, the ones who don't probably click like because they'd like to be on the back scene. That's fine. That is respected. Not everybody like to be, you know, in the midst of everything. Some people just like to tune in, and we do appreciate that as well. To our YouTube viewers, please don't forget to click subscribe so that you will receive a notification on your phone whenever there is another episode of Live with JB, which will be next week, Friday, 6 p.m. sharp. I love you all. I appreciate the continued support. And feel free to go back to the beginning of the show because I would have called out each and every one of you all by your full or your whole government name. You understand? Because that's just how much we appreciate the continued support. We hit it now, yeah. Katie, thank you so much. Camille Hackshaw, Mr. Wizard of Oz. We do appreciate it. Where is Miss Cheryl? Manasiha, Miss Sharon, Miss Bago, Jojo. We love you all, Uncle Fred. Love and appreciate all of you all. And I just want to say before we go, I want to say thank you to Catch the Wave, to Live with JB directors, hard-working directors who love to stay behind the scenes and act as if they're not doing anything, but without them, there would not be a show. And I will not be a host, matter of fact. So I want to say thank you, Miss Arlene and Miss Lyons, for yet another week of hard work putting together such a successful show in honoring, you understand, are we today, tomorrow, and forever heroes, legends that lives in Tobago. Big up all yourself, and we love you all, and have a blessed week. And remember, for those of you all who shared the live, I will go through to see. Remember, I would have asked you all, though I would have asked you all to reshare the live. The person who reshared more than 6 times will receive a special gift from Live with JB. It's not too late for you to share to be a part of that winner. That winner will, those winners, I should say, would be announced next week. So I don't know what they're telling me backstage. I see my 2 directors trying to tell me some I can't read lips. So they would say to me, and I wouldn't know what is the right thing. Oh, I'm in the wrong chat. Sorry. I have been on the wrong chat. My bad. Oh, Miss Cheryl says she's been here, so you're not absent, but you were very quiet. I know you're a bit swamped now. Oh, okay, right, cool. We are a bit busy with work, but I appreciate the sacrifice that you continue to make on the show. Oh, sorry, it's too late now to go and share the live to be one of those winners. Sorry! So we'll go through it and select the winners from the beginning of the show when it was said. So I love you all, and we look forward for great things. And remember, Live with JB here, we keep it local. It's not a pretty way to stand up and talk and say certain things. We keep it local. We want our guests to be very comfortable and speak as they want, just respectful. Right? So I love you all very much, and see you next week, Friday, for yet another episode of Live with JB. So we're closing off with one of Lord Kitchener's song. Have a good night, everyone. Love you all. Bye.
girl. You make me scream, you make me ball, you make me feel like 10 foot tall. Every time you wiggle, darling, you put me in trouble. You torture me